I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com, standing outside of the Western Refinery in El Paso, Texas. Now, the reason I picked this site is because we now know that ISIS is the largest funded terrorist organization in the world. The reason why is because they're taking over places such as this right behind me, all across the Middle East. They're able to take these over, and they are now making tons and tons of money. Now, the reason they picked Juarez could be a strategic move. This is just right across the border. Juarez is no more than a few miles to my left. Now we also have, many other buildings in this area that we've talked about. We have the military base, FBI has an office, but those are just things to think about, whether or not that's why they picked this spot. But there's another really interesting article out right now in the Washington Examiner, so if you would like to take a look, it says, new ISIS threat, America's electric grid, blackout could kill 9 out of 10 people. This article came out today, so I encourage you to go check it out. Now, there's some interesting points in here. One of the leading experts on the grid said inadequate grid security and a porous U.S.-Mexico border and fragile transmission systems make the electric grid a target for ISIS, said Peter Pry. And like I said, he is one of the leading experts on the grid. By one estimate, should the power go out and stay out for over a year, 9 out of 10 Americans would likely perish. And the reason being, hospitals going down, your non-perishable, your frozen foods, things like that would go bad. The water supplies would shut down because of the power needed to help push that water through to your homes. So it's a very big threat. And they're saying that there's horrible security at these power grid structures across our country. And all they need to do with the amount of money they have is activate these jihadist, sleeper cells in the country. And then why not pay some of the cartels? That's a lot of people with a lot of money and a lot of power and the weaponry to come over here and easily take over a place like this and then start shutting down power grids all across the country. This is a very huge threat. It's something that we need to look into, and it's something just to be aware of. I'm not saying it can happen or will happen, but they do have the money, and they have been doing it in the Middle East. So why not come over here to where their biggest enemy is and try to do it here? But I do have to say this. We're not the kind of people who are going to sleep on it. We will stand up. We will rise. Liberty prevails. We will do the best we can to conquer that enemy. Once again, I'm Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.